right. So, hello everyone. We will be with you shortly as we try to fix a glitch in the background. So, if you've joined us, kindly bear with as we fix our mic issue and then we will be with you shortly. Hello, Isaac. Can you hear me now?
You can hear me?
Yeah, we still can't hear you. If you've got a mute on your mic or on your side, kindly unmute it so that we can hear you. I can see your lip is moving, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, I've unmuted myself and
Yeah,
per
you're still
my
talking, but we can't hear.
yeah, so
So
mm,
right, okay. Just to give Isaac some time to fix the mic issue. Hello everyone. My name is Efwan Ponsa, and welcome to Changing the Narrative. We're happy to be back. Happy to be back. Hopefully, you're happy to see us once again, and being the first episode in a while. I have here with me Isaac, who is at the moment trying to get his mic sorted so that we can hear him. Um, but he will join me shortly. So if you're new to my channel, this is changing the narrative
yeah,
where we talk about
yeah, I will send it to you.
everything and anything to do with studying overseas. It's not just UK. I'm quite biased with UK because that's where I am and I know more about the UK than other countries. But within the network, we're able to bring on guests from all over the world, Japan, US, Canada, and so on. So if you're new here, this is what we do. I took a break last year due to personal reasons and a whole lot of workload with education, work, and a bit of
It's okay.
a break because I could not manage everything together. And also having to mentor people one on one through the whole process.
The camera is
So
on.
there's a lot to take on. So we took a break from interviews, but this year we pray for strength to be consistent with interviews. So watch out. If you're new again, check my page. I share a lot of information. I share a lot of opportunities to do a PhDs recently. I've been doing more PhDs than masters. However, if you DM me for any other opportunities, so far as it's within my reach, I'm able to find it. I'm able to I'll try my best to help you. Even a friend of I'll try my best to help you out. So let's try again with Isaac. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Isaac, what did you do to your mic? Because I could
So
hear you when you joined and now I can't.
I think the problem is not from my end because I've changed my laptop. Give me my laptop. I've changed.
We still can't hear you.
Let me text you for you to know the problem because it is showing here that my sound is working perfectly. You see, I've switched laptops, but still I'm not getting it.
In the comment section, if you can help me with Isaac, can anyone hear Isaac?
Yeah, they said they
So that
can
if
hear
it's
me.
just myself, then maybe it's from me.
I have changed my laptop to another laptop, but the audience are saying they can hear me.
Your lip is moving, but there's no sound. Right. Okay. So back to our listeners so that we don't lose them. Yeah. So if you check my page, I share a lot of opportunities. A bit of our guest today, Isaac, um, is a Chevening Scholar, currently studying biochemistry. Okay. So it's just me then.
Yeah.
So everybody can hear Isaac but me. Okay. That's strange. Right. So I have to fix my mic. Right. No problem. I'll do that now. Um, okay. That is very strange. Um,
So guys, yeah, sorry. Kindly give us some few moments.
Let
We
me
would do.
disconnect from. Okay, Isaac, say something and let me see from my.
Hello, guys.
I still
You,
can't hear you.
you can hear me. That's quite strange. But feedback keep on coming that they
Okay,
can hear
let me
me.
check.
They can hear me. And probably someone was saying if you can join with your phone on LinkedIn so that you can get me.
Let me try something else. Okay, Isaac, say something for.
Hi, guys.
Okay, right. I think I can hear you. Let me try
Okay.
and put my mic back.
Okay. Then I guess I have to change my laptop. Because initially I felt that maybe the problem was with my laptop. But down.
Okay, I can hear you now. So,
Again. Okay, that's great.
and everybody can hear you. So we're back in. I guess it was from my end. I don't know what the reason is because initially when he joined, I could hear him and then he just went off. So yes, welcome back and thanks for staying and helping us fix our glitch. So let me introduce our guest for today and welcome everybody. Please do invite everyone else who is interested or is considering applying for Chevening this year or maybe in a few years to come. Um, we have Isaac here who's gone through the process and is here today with us to share his journey, give us some tips. If you've got any questions, please do put it in the comment section and we'll be able to, we will try and answer them. Well, Isaac will, as best as we can. And also, if you have any if you've not followed Isaac yet, please do. And again, if you're new here, my name is Efon Ponsa, and I use my page to share opportunities, invite guests for us to have conversations on studying abroad. Again, I can't be quite biased because I live in the UK. I know more about the UK system than any other country. So I tend to share opportunities directed to the UK. However, once in a while, I do share either US, Canada, Japan, China, and so on and so forth, Netherlands, and so on and so forth. So check my page, get connected, introduce yourself in the comment section. Let's keep it as active as possible. And also, if you can't hear either the guest or myself, let us know in the comment section so that we can make it very interactive. We're also on YouTube. So after this, you can be able to go back and watch it on our YouTube page. If you've not followed us, please do. And we have other conversations from previous years on there. So this year, God willing, I'll try and be as active as I can with the interviews. So because last year we took a little break due to school um, work and also one-on-one mentoring, so it was too much to handle. So we took a little break, but we're happy to be back, and I hope you're happy to have me. So without wasting much more time, I'm here with Isaac Kweku Junior Mensah, who I'm happy to have on my as my first guest actually, because he's in the UK and he's actually in Scotland, which is where I'm based, but not in the same city. I'm in Edinburgh and he's in Glasgow. Um, Again, I'm going to be biased. I think Edinburgh is the best city in Scotland, and then
Oh,
Aberdeen. Glasgow is
oh.
like there somewhere for me. But anyway, Isaac is here to prove me wrong. So let's welcome Isaac, everyone. Hello, Isaac. It's good to have you as my first guest. I guess I did not start the interview well with putting Glasgow somewhere at the bottom. I changed my mind. It's back on the top. Let's go. So if you
That's
can
great.
introduce
That's great.
yourself to the guests, to
Yeah,
our
well,
listeners, sorry.
thank you for this opportunity, and I don't take it for granted. I really appreciate it. Yeah, as you said, I'm Mensah Kweku Junior, currently studying MSc Biotechnology at the University of Glasgow. Yeah, I'm on a Chevening Scholarship, so I'm a Chevening Scholar, one of the most prestigious scholarship globally. Yeah, so basically that is a bit about me. I'm a plant scientist, which means that I'm much more interested in plant science, trying to improve upon crop because we are in the face of climate change and you know crops are also adhering and then suffering from the impact of climate change. So we have to do something to it. In as much as I'm plant scientist and I do more of applied science, I'm also interested in policy because in as much as we are talking about crop improvement, we need policies and regulations that will, kind of go in favor of whatever science is doing. So this is a bit about me.
Nice. Thank you very much. That is a very clever, smart guy, as we can all see from his introduction. I know climate change is a big deal now, and for you to take that upon yourself, that's very very encouraging. You are also into non-profits. You're co-founder or founder, aren't you? So if you can tell us a little bit about what your foundation does, that'd be great.
So let me start from when I was growing up. I represent the downtown boys shall surely rise, meaning we are actually not with people that actually inspire us. We came from a background that people are not kind of up to the top that we can say, okay, we are looking up to this, that. So I read a lot and I found out that okay, there are NGOs that could help rise people, So I joined what is called Community and Family Aid Foundation. So Community and Family Aid Foundation actually talks about youth empowerment in terms of education. So because we believe that education is one of the keys, to get to the top. Because it gives you awareness, it inspires you, it unlocks keys. So basically with Community and Family Aid Foundation, we champion basic education, we champion mental health, reproductive health, and I won't do away with agric. Most of the times, people think that agric is for the dumb student. People think that agric is for those who are not smart in school. So we have an initiative that promotes youth participation in agri. So basically, this is what the NGO is about. But the NGO embodies so many initiatives. So as I said, that there is an initiative that promotes mental health, initiative that promotes reproductive health, climate change, and then sustainable agriculture. So I am the project coordinator for Community and Family Aid Foundation. Aside that, I have played so many roles in other NGOs and organizations. We can talk of the International Association of Students in Agric and Related Sciences. We can talk of Young Agripreneurs Forum. We can talk of um, Clean Ocean Project Ghana and many others that, yeah. So basically, that is my role in the NGO space.
Wow, that sounds very busy, and it's a very commendable work that you're doing. It's not, to be honest, I'm not an agricultural student, and I do in my spare time read about it because I don't know, I think I'm a farmer at heart. So once in a while I do, you know, do some stuff in the garden, or I have a little pot that I experiment few plants with. I don't think it's for dumb people. It's hard work. It's hard work, and especially if you want to understand soil science. what the what soil is good for what. I don't think it's for dumb people at all. I don't know why people think that. And when you come to overseas, the agriculture is actually for the rich because there is a lot of money that you
Yeah.
need to have to be able to have a good farming system going for you. It's not for the weak as well, especially if the weather decides to do whatever it wants and you're not well suited or ready for, and even pesticides and a whole lot. I'm not I'm not an expert, but it's from my little experiments here and there when I have time. But I do respect farmers a lot, and those that are into agriculture. Again, it's not for the faint-hearted. And now that you are into climate change as well, I guess it will help you teach and help people back home when you're back with how to use the weather to the advantage. I know there's a lot of investment now into green farming and so on and so forth. Probably be enrolled in your as a student so that you can teach me. Anyway, so that's a lot about our guest. Before we go into the main reason that we're here, with his Chevening journey, why Chevening, if he had applied for any other scholarships and the whole journey, because every guest that I've had has a different journey. But there's one common thing that my guests always have: resilience, because none of them, apart from I think one that was able to apply it once and was able to get picked, that was it. But even that, visa issues and coming to a new country and so on and so forth was not easy for them. So at the moment we'll go in very soon. And thank you all for helping us fix the mic issue. I get it, it was from my end. I don't know what it was, but we're happy that we've got it fixed. So if you're new and if you just joined us, welcome, and invite everybody, share the link so that others will be able to join. We're on LinkedIn and we're on YouTube for those that are not on LinkedIn. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please do, so that you can get access to all our other and future guests that we've interviewed. So welcome. Introduce yourself in the comment section. Keep it as interactive as you can. And as we go on, please do put comments or questions in there. I'll do my best to read it and answer it appropriately. So thank you. Okay, so Isaac, tell us about your journey. How or why? How? When actually? I'm gonna ask you about 4 questions in one. When did you start applying for opportunities outside? Was it just the UK? Was Chevening your first one, or how many times did you try? Okay, I'll put it 3 in 1. I'm not gonna ask everything.
Okay. Okay. So with that question, I'll just remind you of something. If you could remember in your LinkedIn DM, me texting you about you giving me opportunities if there is some. So that is how the journey started. So basically, when I was in doing my first degree, I was looking at international service. What could I do to help myself? Because I have been going through the system from level 100 to 400 by myself. So, in as much as I was so happy to finish my first degree, I was so sad about the gap. What will happen next after that national service? So, during the leadership experiences, I had talked with so many people who were saying that, oh, Isaac, you can do something, but they don't exactly say what I can do. So I was looking at scholarships, looking at the requirements and other stuff. And I assessed myself. I felt like, oh, okay, I can fit into. So through the search, I came across Chevening. Well, initially I didn't know about Chevening. So I came across Chevening, read much about it. I saw Erasmus Mundus too, read much about it. I saw there is Turkey scholarship, read much about it. And then I started applying, but I wasn't so sure about it because, in fact, I had no exposure. But applying for foreign or international scholarships, already I had gotten local scholarships like the KGL and then get Fund Foundation scholarship, but they are very local compared to the international. The requirements were quite different. But looking at my story, how I've built my resilience, things that I have done, and I felt like, okay, if I have done this and this is the requirement for this scholarship, then why don't I try? So it's not only Chevening that I applied for. I applied for Hungarian scholarship, Turkey scholarship, and then the Chevening scholarship. And I also added one local scholarship to it. So the good news was that after my first degree, I loaded those scholarship into. So as I was doing my national service, I kept on applying. So I applied for about 5 scholarships, two in UK, one in UK, two in Ghana, and then the other one in Turkey. And I got 4 out of 5.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's impressive. You got
and
all your scholarship. Well, four out of five is impressive. Wow,
yeah,
well done.
thank you. So, with can I dive a bit into my Chevening scholarship or my Chevening journey?
Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, that was the next question. So
Yeah.
you said about how you got on and when you got on. So now tell us about your Chevening journey, and was it your first time applying?
My first time applying. That was my first time. As I said, when I was,
Congratulations.
thank you. So it was quite impressive and so amazing because, in fact, when I was applying, I didn't know anything about Chevening. I didn't know anyone to mentor me. I didn't know anyone to coach me about my essays, proof of review, and all those kind of things. So it took me about 10, 15 days to complete my essays. Because after writing it, I just sit down, assess myself. Is it really me? Can I see myself in the essay? Can I see the life that I have lived? Can I see the things that I have done? Can I see my present? Can I see what I aspire to do? So it took me about 10 to 15 days. After that, I submitted my essay on chances because I didn't put all my trust in it because I heard people after submitting my essay, I heard people saying that they had mentors doing this, doing that for me. So, me doing that alone and knowing how competitive the scholarship was, it kind of made me lose some interest and no trust and hope. But then when the results came, I just got a positive feedback that I have been shortlisted for an interview. So that is when I went to LinkedIn and then I tried searching for people who are scholars or who were scholars to support me with my interview. And to be honest, my first interview with one guy, he said, "No, gentlemen, these responses that you are giving, no, it's no, 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 no." And that moment I was actually battling with some issues, so I wasn't actually in a good mental state. So I just went back. I wept a bit because I was a bit disappointed in myself. I know I'm someone who can flow a bit. So if someone is telling me that no, this is no, which means yes, it's no. So I just went back to my room. I wept a bit because it was a bit disappointing. Yeah. And then I just guided myself as I have known myself to be a resilient guy and those kind of things. So during the time, from the time the guy told me, oh, the responses that I gave was not enough, I had to prepare myself. And he told me that he will get back to me with a new date for us to reschedule the interview, but I didn't hear from him. So I had to just put my things together as I did earlier. Then the day for interview came, we met it, we faced it with everything that we had in us. We believed it. And then, fortunately for me, I went through successfully. And it was very, 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 very amazing when I heard that I have been granted or given or awarded a scholarship. I was so excited. So my boss was like, "How did you do it?" Yeah, I've known you to be a smart guy, but your first time with about half a year post-degree experience. How did you gather all those experiences together? How did you go through? You tell me. And it was another story. So, Chevening, from the time you are being awarded a scholarship and the time to get a visa, it kind of a long distance. And Chevening can test your patience. So signing the document and all those things came through. It got my visa, and then I know colleagues who got their visas 2 days after their appointment or biometrics. Mine took weeks, and I became my mentality setting because I was
We
the
will,
first
we will
one.
come we will come to that journey in a bit because I don't know. You know what? I it's not new. So hold on, hold on. You see this whole international opportunities, and it's one thing applying, it's one thing waiting for results, it's one thing preparing for the interview, it's another with the visas, and it's another coming into the country, it's another coming to terms with the accents depending on where you end up in the UK or US or wherever, because every state or every city has a different accent. We in the UK, we don't understand each other.
Yeah,
Um, even in even in Scotland, I'll say
Scotland.
Scotland because you're in Scotland. Those in Glasgow has got a different accent to those in Aberdeen. Aberdeen has got a different accent to
Really?
Edinburgh. Edinburgh has got a different accent to Dundee.
Yeah.
Five. If you go to the borders, it's even worse
Oh
because
my God.
I don't know. I don't think they speak. They rumble. Um, so I'll come to that, yeah, in a bit. So every time I mentor people or I tell people, you know what, enjoy the process. The reason I say that is it will make sense. The process will make sense. It builds you up for what is to come. Now, even when you go to when you start your degree, it's it's a new thing for on its own. It's a new challenge on its own. You would have to come to grips of the fact that it's a new is a new way of teaching. The way they teach in the UK is different to the way they teach in Ghana or Nigeria or whichever country that you're coming from. And the fact that it's also a postgraduate as well. Postgraduate, you don't get people holding your hands. It's actually mainly on you. And if you're not used to being proactive, if you're not used to being doing things by yourself, you will give up. It comes with its own frustration. So and I love it when I have my guest on and then they confirm what I tell people, because sometimes you know what, people think you're just scaring them. I would rather tell you the truth than to try and say, oh, it's gonna be okay. It is gonna be okay, but there is the truth to prepare you, not for you to not it is the truth. So I'm glad that every guest that comes on, regardless of the country that they're in, they always have like those similar process journey. But anyway, coming back to your story, congratulations, the first time without a mentor as well. Wow, that is impressive. Is a milestone that you should be very, very proud of, because I know people that have tried Chevening like almost 6 8 times, and it's not like they're not good for it, they just don't know what they're doing wrong. And you know what, sometimes I say that it's probably not your time. It's not always because you're bad. It's not always because you're not good enough. It's not always because your application is not worth it, or sometimes it's just timing. If it's not your time, it's not your time. And
Um,
I do believe in timing. There are times where or things where I've put sweat and blood into it. I've prayed, I've fasted, I've done midnight watch and everything, and nothing happens. And things that I'm just like, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I meet all the criteria. Let me just do it. And those are the things that sometimes I get a good response, and I'm thinking, what is really going on? So don't beat yourself up. Okay. I again, if you listen to me or if you followed me for a while, you would realize that I say this a lot. Don't beat yourself up. It's just life. Okay. Don't beat yourself up. Sometimes maybe the UK or the Chevening is not for you. Maybe Erasmus is the one that is for you. Maybe, the Chinese one, maybe Canada. Just give yourself time, just rem- take you as a person from your application so that you don't see yourself as worthless. Okay, no human is worthless. Your application might not have met or the criteria at that time. It doesn't mean you as an individual you're not worth it. So again, if you're first time here, use Isaac's one as part of the experiences that, or as part of the advice that you can get out of it. Sometimes it works for people one time, sometimes it takes people a few more tries, but it doesn't mean that you give up, right? So Isaac said something that I really admire. He said he said, do I see myself in this? I read a lot of SOPs, and sometimes, especially if you know the person that is writing it, maybe you go on their LinkedIn. So some people send me SOPs, and I just go on their LinkedIn, or I try to see their social media. If I'm not finding any of these things on your social media in what you're writing, I start, doubting you. And this is just me, I'm not even on the panel. Believe it or not, the panel will have time to do it, or they will have somebody to double check these facts that you're doing. So if you cannot reflect yourself, or your journey is not being reflected in the essay, maybe you shouldn't even give it to somebody to read it. It's not just about grammar. It's what you're writing. Is it really you? Because those are the things they will ask in interviews. I know a lot of people that made it to interview and didn't quite make it to the interview because their nerves got the best of them, or what they have written in the essay did not quite match what they said at the interview. So again, it is something that you need to pay attention to. So coming back to the visa, it takes, again, he said it took people what, a few weeks, and no, 24 hours or 48
24
hours.
hours.
And then you see, sometimes you think, so my village people this time they've come with no, not even flip flops. They've just come barefooted. You can't hear them coming. So again, it's part of the journey. So take us through your visa application. At least you didn't get much frustration from what you said from Chevening, but the visa showed you wahala. So let's
Yeah,
go.
it showed me Wahala.
Let's hear that journey.
So Chevening, actually, when you get a scholarship, we try to get ourselves together as year group. So we are all trying to tell ourselves, oh, I went to do mine yesterday. I've gotten feedback. And so, oh, I just did 3 days. I got feedback. I was like, okay, Vim Day. What after all Vim Day? So my after a week, still there was no feedback. Then I tested the country rep and was like, oh, for this one, it should take something like 3 days, 4 days. The moment he said that, I started getting worried. 2 weeks, I texted my program coordinator, and he said that, oh, she could see that everything has gone through, so I should get feedback by now. So she does not know what is exactly the problem. Right now, the thing started tormenting me. And whenever I go to work, my boss also asks me, Isaac, has it come? So anytime she asks that, I was like, oh, madam, you are really tormenting me because the thing is not coming. I am trying to take my mind off it. So then she said, pray. And I said, okay, I'll be praying. So got to a point of time, my mom was like, have you told anyone? I said, well, nobody knows about it. And so the thing is not coming. So I had to go to whoever has gone to Legon before knows Miracle Center. Whenever I'm going to work, I usually work on the field. So as a research assistant, so whenever I'm passing, I just pass one corner and then go and pray. Still, the thing wasn't coming. So it got to a point of that. I said, okay, if it won't come, let it. It shouldn't come. If it will come, yes, it will come. But definitely, I know once I have signed a contract that I'm on a scholarship, definitely, regardless of how long it takes, it will come. So I don't know. It even went into my dream. So I think on Wednesday, I was asleep and I felt like I had notification on my phone that my visa is in. So when I woke up early in the morning, I checked my phone and then yes, I saw the notification that I have been granted a visa. Out of excitement, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I was so shocked, like so surprised. So I just need to call my boss and was like, because I was very close to my boss. We used to share personal informations and other stuff. So I called her and then said, "It is, I said, I told you to pray." And I was like, maybe prayer helped. Maybe I was impatient. Maybe I was nervous. Maybe because the first time I'm the first person traveling outside in my family. So the visa was such experience. The visa was such experience. Yeah, it was such experience.
Wow, thank you. Thank you very much. So, if you're just joining us, thank you very much. This is Changing the Narrative, and we are back with our first interview or with our first guest this year, Isaac Kweku Junior Mensah, who is a Chevening Scholar studying in University of Glasgow. So, if you're just joining us, we're just having conversation on the journey from Chevening journey application preparation and also going through the visa. Now, he just told us about his visa experience, which seems like more of a torment than the actual application. So, if you're just joining us, this is Changing the Narrative, and my name is Efwa. If you have any questions, please do put it in the comment section. So we'll take a few questions. I've seen people asking. I think everyone is actually amazed about the fact that you were able to get it the first time, because I'm sure they've also applied either Chevening or other scholarships and not their first time. So yeah, it is amazing. It's an amazing achievement. So well done and congratulations to you once again.
Thank you.
So yeah, the conversation, there's a lot of comments. So well done. People are amazed. Wow, first time, amazing. Youth participation in our Greek. I will need much information about it. So Azuri, if you get in touch with Isaac, then maybe you'll be able to tell you more about that initiative. NGOs that fund agric scholarships. I think there's a lot of it now. There's a lot of not just NGOs but agriculture scholarships. I've come across quite a few. Because now it's part of the UN, and also combating poverty. What's the other one? Hunger. Yeah, it's part
Yeah,
of the
prevention of
SDGs.
poverty
So
and hunger.
hunger, yeah, there's the hunger, there's the climate change. So agriculture is actually, there's a lot of opportunities out there in terms of scholarship, in the US, Canada, even in the UK as well. So yeah, there is a lot, not just NGOs that fund agriculture scholarship, but others, yes, schools that actually encourage that. Um, wow, that's amazing. First time. Yes, it is. Please, what makes you think after it's all you're worth it being granted for scholarships? I don't quite understand. Wait, let me read it again. Please, what makes you think after it all you worth it being granted for scholarships? Mm.
Yeah. What
Do you
makes me?
understand it?
I think I'm getting it. What makes me think that I was worthy of the first scholarship that I was
Mate,
awarded?
everybody is worthy. He was applying for it. Of course, he's worthy of it. And that's why I don't understand the question. I'm trying to
I think
understand
he
the
was
question.
trying to ask what made me qualify for that.
Yeah, I think so too. That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking. Yeah. So it's either what made you qualify for it, and do you think the journey was worth it when
yeah.
you are granted the four? So there's too many. There's a few ways of interpreting it, but yes, please do answer it how you understood it.
Okay, okay. Patient. Now, I always say to myself that things do not come to you in your comfort zone. You know, opportunity is very, very useful when it meets preparation. So I saw the opportunity, I got myself prepared. Not that I saw the opportunity before getting myself prepared. I was living in a dreams of opportunity. So those who know me from University of Ghana, they can quite tell things that I was doing because I got to know that there are different forms of scholarships, and most scholarships are looking at leadership capacities, future aspirations, leadership potentials, social impact projects. So throughout my undergrad degree, that was what I was doing alongside my studies. I wasn't aiming to get first class only. I wasn't aiming to get only A's on my transcripts. But after my degree, what can I say I have done? So I can say that when you go to a community called Odobeng, I've left a footprint there. When you go to Central Region, I have left a footprint in so many communities. So that tells you that yes, you are a potential game changer. That tells people that you're a potential social impact person. So, as I was saying in climate change, I was like, okay, we are talking about climate change. Most people are talking about advocacy. Why don't we also talk about implementation? So, we were also harnessing or recycling organic waste substances into soilless media. So, if you are living in East Legon, you want to take control of your vegetables, you can get this organic waste soilless media to do your farming. So I was doing things that those scholarship donors or those awarding organization needs: leadership potential, leadership skills, social impact projects alongside my academic performances. So that is how I got through. That is how I think I was worthy of the scholarship, because that is what the panels, that is what the institutions were looking out for. And I think I did quite well during my undergrad degree, preparing myself for that. So my preparation actually met the opportunities and it fit in perfectly.
Thank you very much. You said a few things that I actually do admire. So, don't wait for the opportunities to come before you prepare. Prepare yourself so that when the opportunity comes, you're ready to jump in. Now, I'm just using Isaac's what the submission that he made. He's now doing biochemistry. What's your full degree again that you're doing at the
Masters in
moment?
biotechnology.
Biotechnology is to do with the soil and farming and everything, climate change and whatnot, that you've already have leadership opportunities in, right?
Yes, but more
Eh,
advanced at the molecular level and genetic basis.
Okay. But then again, there's that trace. So what I'm trying to say is there is that continuity. It's not like he's picked the leadership stuff randomly. You can tell that from the background. He's very consistent in what he wants to do, right? And this is one thing that people on the board look at. Let's say, and I always tell people, if you can't find that opportunity that you're looking for, create it. Now, you want to study, let's say entrepreneurship, for example, but you're not, your background or what you volunteer for or what you're doing has nothing to do with entrepreneurship, right? There is that question mark, there's that gap. I'm not saying when you apply you won't get it, but maybe that is what would make that decision against you in terms of when you go to the scholarship board. If there is somebody whose application probably doesn't even stand out as much as yours does, but from the onset they probably start their own it doesn't even have to be registered organization. They might have one woman or one child or one person in the community that they're helping set up a business, for example. That is something that they can own and write about, and it shows their proactiveness, their leadership quality, and the sort of person that they are, and how ready they are, to help others or to help themselves actually, and how they are getting or knowledge from outside the classroom, to be able to gain more hands-on experience. So I always tell people, if you can't even find an NGO that is into what you're doing, it's not just about volunteering. If you are very specific on what you want to do, if there's no NGO or you're not getting the NGOs to give you that experience, create it. Your look within yourself. If it has to be your brother, your sister, your cousin, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your mother, your father, your friends, use them as that opportunity, and make sure you don't use them to dispose them. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Don't be using people. It's not good. Don't use people. But it doesn't have to be big. What I'm trying to say is, it doesn't have to be on a big scale. Your community,
Yeah.
do it. If it's teaching that you're into, there could be a child or a friend or someone that you can invest that time into. I always say that when you help someone, like in terms of kindness, not using it as a means to an end, but if it is your lifestyle, you realize that that kindness actually comes back to you in different ways and shape and form
Yeah.
that you don't even realize. Like when I started reading SOPs, it wasn't like I was using, so I'm gonna be honest, I was using it to while away time most of the time. Like, say if maybe work was too much or this, and sometimes I felt like I'm reading people's story that I'll probably never meet, but the SOP was a chance to read stories. That's how I realized. That's how I took it. And before I realized, I could actually pick out things that were fabricated or things that sounded too good to be true. Things that
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is a nice story you have, but you're not telling it how it's supposed to tell. So I was actually developing myself in ways and shape and form that I didn't realize that I was doing. And this is how it started. So, sometimes it doesn't have to be on a bigger scale. Sometimes it's just from the goodness of your heart. And you can use these things in your SOPs, but if it's very something very specific, don't look for those opportunities. If it's not there, create it, right? And don't go and fabricate anything. They will find out. If people like me are picking it out, trust me, those people on the board, they're not stupid. They'll find it out. And from what Isaac's story, it looked, he didn't, he didn't wait for somebody to tell him to do this. He just, knew that this is what he wanted to do and gradually did it. Sometimes we are very impatient. We try to do so much at a time. We try to just focus on the grades. I know people that got second class, not 2-1, second class lower, I think. Yeah, so it's second class upper and lower. And they've gotten scholarships compared to those that got first class. Reason being, in their second class lower, they didn't give up. There's a story behind it. There's a way that they went about it. So you can say that, oh, you're not worth it because of your grades, but in hindsight, they're actually worth it because they didn't give up, and they're even able to convince the board that even though I was going through this and I was doing this and that, I was able to still graduate with this, and I'm looking to even further my education so that I can do A, B, C, D. So far as you can back it up with genuine reasons and you're telling a genuine story, that is what the board is looking at. So in terms of being worthy, like I always say, take you as a person from your application. Everybody is worthy of a scholarship, so far as they're not going to use it um, to just escape the country that they're currently in, because I know a lot of people are doing that as well. They just want to travel out and they're using the scholarship route. I'm not here to judge anybody, but I'm judging you. Yes, I am. Because you're what you're doing is actually taking people that really want the education. It's not about traveling outside. You're just taking their space for no reason. And it's only a matter of time, because again, um those that gives out these scholarships, again, they're not stupid people. They know that there's a lot of people using it as a way to escape the country that they're in, and it's not because they want to study. So you're only over time causing more damage than good. If you want to travel out of the country, use the right means to travel out of the country, and let those that really need the scholarship to further the education get it. I'm judging you. So yeah, patience. I hope your question has been answered. So Samuel says Miracle Center. Yeah, so go and pray and pray about it. Or pray about everything. Or if you don't pray, yeah, you get the scholarship and the visa will come and torment you. Pray about everything. Wow, that's amazing. It is. Isaac says, I'm enjoying the conversation. Thank you very much. I'm also really enjoying it. Ishmael says, I am really enjoying this conversation and it's very interesting and informative. Thank you very much for staying with us and also with your comments. So, yeah, please do ask the questions that you have, and we'll be, Isaac will be here to answer it for you. Thank you very much. So, Isaac, going to the next question. Studying in the UK. Now, I know you're a smart guy, but there's always that bit of starting to doubt yourself of your smartness, especially in the way or okay, first of all, your first day in the country, your first day in, not even in the country, in the lecture room, in the lecture hall, how was it compared to Ghana? And also from postgrad to, no, from undergrad to postgrad, I can testify, because when I finished my A levels and I went to do my undergrad, it was challenging. Because the way you write in A levels, you can write that and you will probably get a D. So it was that transition, that transition, and then from undergrad to masters, what will get you, like, say, a distinction in undergrad will probably get you a pass in postgrad. So you get the question that I'm
I
trying
get
to
you.
ask.
I get you.
Yes.
I've gotten
So
everything.
how was it?
Okay, so you changed one question by one side. My first time in UK. So I got to UK in the morning. So let me say, I thought when you got there, you'll be given your key and then this your accommodation. Go. Their time is their time. In as much as they don't care about when you arrived. So I spent about say 4 hours outside, and my luggage I didn't want to open them. And then that night I didn't know what happened to my heater. Maybe I didn't know how to regulate it. Maybe I don't know what happened. So that night I regretted being in the UK because it was so cold. My bed sheet was so cold. Everything was so cold.
Don't say
And
just the UK. It's Scotland. Scotland
yes,
is different to down south, though. Please.
so Scotland, Glasgow. So the next day I had class. So I couldn't sleep. Let me transition to the class. When I got to the class, I thought I was going to hear English, but what I heard was more than English. It was one Scottish woman who came, started introducing herself. So she went far from me. I couldn't hear anything from the beginning. Then I was like, is that how things are going to be here? So later I went to her and I was like, I heard quite of things that you said. Some of them too, I couldn't get it. So oh, yeah, mostly you will be having those Scottish accents and those kind of things. So you have to address it. So okay, that's nice. So first was language barrier. As you said, in Scotland, there are different kinds of accent. You might think you understand English, but when you meet a real Scottish person teaching you, sometimes you just have to be reading the slides. So first it was language barrier. And me thinking I was a very smart guy coming to biotechnology. You know, in agric crop science, we do more physiology work, and biotechnology is more of biochemistry, molecular genetics. So the transitioning was so sharp. So if you should draw a normal distribution curve, you can get that regulation. It was so sharp. So from agri to the biotechnology was so stressful. So I was trying to adjust to it, but yet there are certain things that I do not understand. So I felt that, oh, maybe it was me alone that was finding those challenges. So I went to those who did biotechnology undergrad, and ask them, "Hello, do you get this? Did you get this? Did you understand this?" I didn't understand. So I found that okay, then it's normal. It's not me alone. So we are all in this together. So it's been so crazy. Most of studies you do it yourself because there was one module that I took that told me that you are doing 200 hours of personal studies. So the academic system is personal. If you want to make it you take it personal because you are not going to get what is. So if you think you are going to do last minute, it is not going to work. Now, quick, let me say something about this. Our work is mostly lab. So after the lab research, you have to write a mini thesis. They can tell you that write this, do this, thinking that you have done it. But when a grade comes, trust me, it is not something that you like. So I think there is
It will humble you.
right. Recently, we did optogenetics, a course called optogenetics. Then when the results came, my colleagues they were saying so many things. Then one guy was like, "I know in this school it's very hard to get A." And then someone also responded, "Mate, I think you should dream of A in your next future." This is a white guy saying this. So when I saw it, I just kept quiet. And then one tagged me, "So is Isaac not talking?" So me, I have been humbled long ago because there was one point that they gave me, I shouldn't say they gave me, I got C1, of which I thought I was going to get something like B or A. And very quite distracted. Their A is not one A. You have five different A. You have A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. So in as much as you try. So all what I want education here is a personal journey. If you don't take it personal, you go down because those marking your scripts, they take it personal. They don't want to know what is inside the book. They want to know what is outside, a problem that is existing. So basically, it is about commitment. It is about hard work. It is about personal. You take everything personal and you make it personal. That is how you are going to go through. And you have to also adjust, learn, unlearn, and relearn. If you don't apply these principles, you will totally fail. And they don't award grades.
They don't
So
award grades. You have to earn it.
yeah.
See, I always say that I'm biased towards the UK because I've been through the system from high school through to masters, so I know how it is with accents changing here and there. Even in London, going to Lancaster University, the accent was different, and every lecturer has got a different accent. So
Mm.
you think you know English until you realize that you don't know anything
No,
because
anything.
sometimes you don't even know what language others are speaking because the accent is diabolical. I remember having one lecturer, and then I said, I really don't understand anything you say. So I'd rather just read your slides and rewatch the recording so that I
Yeah.
can take my time. And like you're saying, 200 hours of personal study. Sometimes that personal studies is trying to understand what it is they're trying to teach you for you to understand it to be able to write the exam or to give, to write the homework or whatever that they give you at the end of the day. So for the faint-hearted. So you see all these processes, right? So when you write your essays, from when you're applying, when you're researching even the scholarship that you qualify for, writing the essays, going for interview, I tell people enjoy the process for a reason because those processes will build up to the experience you have in the lecture hall. It will build you up for the experiences that you would have in your postgraduate because you're going to write even more essays. So if you think the essays you're writing during the scholarship process is a lot, be ready to write even more, because
Sure.
you will write every single module that you have. You will write a mini thesis, like you're saying, before the main one. They used to give us homework when I was doing my MBA, and I was like, why these people giving old people like me homework? Like, what am I using the homework for? And you know
Okay.
what? That homework, if you don't do it, you realize that it can make a big difference between your overall grade being
Yeah.
good or being bad or just scraping the surface. So
Yeah.
everything is personal indeed. I'm glad you used that word personal. If you don't take it personal, you realize that you've gone through the motion and probably wasted your time and money as well. And it can be very emotional. It will humble you. There was actually one time I was very annoyed. I was very annoyed. This is me staying up at night, thinking this one, this exam is there. I've
Yeah.
written this essay. I've used all my heart. That's the
Yeah.
one that they even rubbished my marks. And to
You
be honest, the
remind
one
me.
moment I scheduled the meeting with my first marker, and then this is what he told me. He said, the meeting is not necessary. The second marker agrees with me. So that was the end of it. You can't even do anything about
You
it. So
can't. You can't.
eh, you you're so undergraduate, postgrad, it will humble you. So so all that we're trying to say is learn from your essays. And that's why I don't encourage people paying people to write their essays for them.
Oh, yeah.
Because one, it just shows me that you're not ready for postgrad. You can't keep giving your essays to people to write for you. Because when you come to studying and having to, write your thesis and everything else, who's going to do it for you? And if you can't do it, that means you're not ready to even be invested in. Again, you're taking somebody else's space. So please, if you're writing your essays, write it and get others to read over it and make it to a standard where it's meant to be, right? That's all that they can do for you. So enjoy every process of your scholarship application. The days that you have to cry, cry. The days that you have to be frustrated and throw people around, please do it, because you'll be throwing more people around when you come. The coming day you will come. You will come. I know you will come. So far as you don't give up, even if it takes how many ever years or months, you will get the scholarship so far as you don't give up. But see that process, it will be worth it. Because when you come in, that's why Isaac wasn't talking. They said, why is Isaac not talking? He had been humbled already. So when it comes and it's happening, you know that, oh, this one, I already listened to changing the narrative, Isaac, so I'm not talking, but I will still continue
Oh,
the
yeah.
fight. Okay, so I've got a question. Um, give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the conversation. Come on, be interactive in the comments. So someone is asking what you studied in the University of Ghana.
Yeah. I read agricultural science. I read agricultural science. I majored in crop science.
Okay. Yeah, so again, that shows that continuity and consistency that I was talking about. Because sometimes people do one degree, picking anything in undergrad, and then they pick something totally different. I mean, it doesn't mean you're wrong. In 4 years or 3 years of your studies in undergrad, by the time you get to postgrad, your experiences have changed or your decisions have changed, and that's fine. But it also shows the consistency in what Isaac wanted to be, or who you wanted to be. Hence why the admiration. So yeah, well done. Yeah, again, if you have any questions, please do let us know what you think about the conversation so far. And also, yeah, so Isaac said the code, you see, when you go to dance, landing code is nothing compared to Scotland. Was it last week? I didn't. Yeah, last week we went out. We didn't know how to dress because it was raining in the morning. So we all put like a jacket on, and then it was really warm in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Before we realized we're having hailstones like from nowhere,
You're right.
and then it started raining again. and then it went sunny. So Scotland is different. If the weather doesn't humble you, school will humble you. But in all, there's
Oh
humbling.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. So let's go to how the whole Chevening network is. We all know that it's very prestigious and they do take care of you. So what are the benefits in in being a Chevening scholar?
Let me say my first experience. So my first time in class, I think after class we started having some chat as classmates, and then oh, I am global excellence scholar. I won this global excellence scholarship, and then you all talking. So when it got to my turn, I said, "Oh, I'm from Ghana. I'm a Chevening scholar," and they all had, "Ooh!" And I was so surprised. I didn't know people really value it that much because it's valuable. People talk about how prestigious is it, and I've known how competitive it is, but I wasn't actually expecting that reaction from my coursemate who are also on other scholarships. So they started asking me so many questions. How did you get it? So when they started engaging me, interrogating me on so many things, and in my mind, oh, am I the hero here? What is happening? So I just had to reflect back when Prosper told me how valuable the scholarship is, and during our welcome event, how they spoke about it, and I then there was one guy who's also a common scholar and said, Isaac, this is one of the best achievements in your academic journey. So I think for scholarship from Chevening, it had great impact in terms of networking because anytime you say you were a Chevening scholar, they see you to be this smart guy, this intelligent guy, this person who has capacities and capabilities. So everyone would like to come to you, talk to you, especially with my mates when they are having challenges with some applications like SOPs and other documents because of the Chevening scholarship. They just approach. So, and then not to talk about the society Chevening itself has created. So before you go to every school, we try to get connected to Chevening scholars who are going to the same school as yours. So it gives you that kind of family. I remember my time, I got to Scotland with three Chevening scholars. So in as much as I was going to a different country without knowing anybody, through Chevening, I was able to get to know people before I got to Scotland. So and I think God being so good, we were in the same flat. So this is how the thing is. Because it involves different countries, because some people also go to the same country, it kind of give you that family. So in as much as you are living in isolation, in as much as you are trying to create friends from class and studies group and other stuff, Chevening have already provided you with that kind of networking, that kind of friendships and that kind of vibe. So you are not alone. So these are the in terms of networking, this is what Chevening has actually done for me, and yeah, I don't take that for granted. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to have people coming to my circle abroad, engaging me, trying to ask me much about opportunities and those kind of things. Because of Chevening, they see me to be one of the best.
That's
Yes.
good. Great. Yeah. I know Chevening is very prestigious. Like I've seen it's been there for a while and it's the UK government involvement as well. So it's very prestigious. Everyone that gets it do have even during it and after it, that network, so far as you make use of the opportunities that the network gives you, I believe it's worth it. So I know it's fully funded. So fully funded means it pays for everything. You don't have anything to worry about at all. It pays for everything.
Yeah.
It's when it says it's fully funded, it's fully funded. Right. So somebody, okay, patience has got a question. It says, did you ever thought of giving up on education? This guy here sounds like somebody that loves education. I don't know, but yeah. Yeah. So patience is asking, did you ever think of giving up on education?
Okay, I think I never did, in as much as things were very, very difficult. I have never had a smooth educational life because I can't remember when I completed my junior high. I couldn't get opportunity to make it to SHS straight away. So the stress, the disappointment, because then time you had to pay. I think I had seven or eight. I couldn't get scholarship for it. I was disappointed. I was sad. But no, I didn't have that feeling. In as much as my parents were not having that much to support, I never gave up. I got myself enrolled in SHS, one of Mohammed's new establishment, and then later at the university, after I completed my senior high school too, it wasn't that smooth as that of my junior high, so I had to wait. So for me, things weren't straight. I had obstacles, I had difficulties, but the passion was there because I could see the future. I could see the future. And as I was saying that, I got to believe that education is one of the keys to lift me up from where I was because I was born in a village and I have known how things work in a village, and it is very difficult. I've had siblings, I've had cousins, friends who have gone into other stars, but later they come back. Sometimes things do not work. So I also decided to choose something different, that is education. So, in as much as there were difficulties, there were barriers, I never gave up. Yes, patience, I never gave up.
That's a great answer. Especially when you said you saw education as a way of, taking you from one place or from your current situation at that time to a different situation. I mean, this is why I'll bring AAA in. AAA Foundation is very much involved when it comes to quality education. Education gives people a lifeline. I do not care what the narrative is out there about, oh, it's not, school doesn't make you, we're not all going to be millionaires. We're not all going to, it's just the 1%. If you look at those that did not go to school, but your Elon Musk and that, but even those people, they still had a basic education. It's not like they never stepped a foot in the classroom. They did. And that is the foundation. So I mean, you can follow those narratives and, ride on the social media hype, but then again, it's only a handful that will make it. So if you see yourself as one of those handfuls, then congratulations, you found your calling. But education, it's never a waste of time. So far as you apply yourself, it's never a waste of time. It's never um not worth it. It will always be worth it. And when it comes to the basic foundation, I encourage people to always be involved in it. And if you can go into a higher education, why not? Because no, it's not just about schooling, it's not just about reading what you're reading. It's the way your brain works, your critical thinking, how you receive information, interpret that information, and use that information to your advantage, and even to the advantages of others as well. That is what we call education, not just schooling. And so when it comes to education, hey, it's never a waste of time, and never give up on your education dreams, okay? When I say don't give up, no matter how what the challenges is, like Isaac has said that he had his own challenges, and the challenges doesn't stop. Like we're saying, you could write your best thesis, your best, essay. It might not fetch you all the marks, but it doesn't mean that you give. It's
Yeah.
just a learning process, and that is life. So yeah, never give up on your education dream. Someone has asked my question or my last question. What advice would you give to prospective applicants? Those that are looking to apply either this year, those that applied and didn't make it. And also if you can give, okay, answer that and then we go. It was meant to be the last, but I'll do a follow up after this.
Okay. So the first thing is I don't rush. Sometimes because of our eagerness, our desire to get scholarship, anytime you see any opportunity, we just rush. Certain applications be forwarded without proper evaluation. Evaluate it, assess it, fit yourself into it. So you should be, when you see a scholarship opportunity, be a catalyst and let the scholarship be the enzyme, or let the scholarship be the enzyme and be the substrate. And we know how substrates and enzyme work. They have to create a channel at the active site to make sure that they fit together. So if you put yourself into the scholarship, looking at the requirements, requirement A, you look at yourself, you take. Requirement B, you take. Requirement C, you take. I'm not saying that you should fulfill all the requirements, but you should have upper hand. Two, check the program, what they are looking for. Does it really align? Ask yourself, are you genuinely looking for this? And does it genuinely align with you? Or you just need funding to move away? If it is funding to move away, you just write something because it does not really reflect you. So I always tell my people that build the necessary capacity. As I said earlier, that you have to prepare yourself to fit the opportunity. You don't wait the opportunity to come before you get yourself prepared. So basically, don't no rush, assess it, appraise it, fit yourself into it, and see where you lack. And whenever you see where you lack, through mentorship and other things, you can improve upon it. And trust me, you will get through.
Thank you very much. There's one thing that you said that really, like, those that know me, again, those that have been around me, alignment and knowing exactly what you want. Some people use this as, like, I just want to go away. I just want to do this. Don't just be doing anything, because at the end of the day, right? Even if it's 1 year in, okay, some most UK masters is 1 year, but US is 2 years. Other countries, it could be between 1 and 2 years, right? This is 1 or 2 years of your life. Make it worth it, right? Make it worth it.
Yeah.
It has to be part of maybe your 5 year plan. Don't waste the opportunity, because then you can't build up on it. You just have to come back and then try and look for another thing. No, don't do that. Don't waste it. Make sure it's really what you want. And there's one person, there's a guy that I know that rejected an offer, not because he didn't like it, it just wasn't aligned. And I
Mm.
respected him so much, because yes, they're going to pay for this, but the program they were offering did not align with what he wanted to do, and he wasn't ready to waste that 1 year of his life, and two, that is an opportunity for somebody that really needs it. And it takes a person of integrity and of a person of a character to do that, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I always say this, doing a post grad that you do not like, hey, you see that pressure, you don't want it. I've seen people go into depression. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
Because one, you don't like it. Two, you are struggling with accents. Three, you're struggling with the weather. Four, this is serious matter.
It's
You see
MS.
all these things, and you want to add unnecessary pressure, something that you can avoid onto it. Don't do that. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Okay. So be true to yourself. Is this what I want? Does it align? And yeah, and pray about it. You understand? Pray about it.
Yeah.
And do your best as well. Don't lie. Don't go and be lying on your on your application and your essays as well. Don't do it. Samuel, before I read all your comments, in the name of Jesus, I cast out every laziness. How can you be studying
Amen.
and saying you feel quite lazy? Level 100 as well. Because the last thing you want is to get to level 300 and you're trying to play catch up with your grades. Level 100 is when you actually build a routine. Is when you start, finding your foot and so on and so forth. Don't, hey, I cast it out. Be eh, be careful. We don't entertain laziness here. So someone says,
I'm all,
I'm currently a level 100 agricultural science student at the University of Ghana. I've been quite lazy. But from now on, I will make sure to study for at least 15 hours every single day. That's hey, that Samuel, Sammy, be careful. Hey, be careful.
I mean,
Let it
it's not going to be.
be proactive, like be productive. Let it be a product. 1 hour of productive learning or studying is better than this. Don't do that. It's
15
not
hours.
15 hours the other day. Do you have any
Depends on.
advice for me? I live in
I
Isaac
mean,
Town.
the advice is what they are giving you. Don't do 15 hours, okay, Sammy. And also, I'll try to get in touch with you through Sefako. I don't know. So, Sammy, through this platform, I would like to. I would like Sammy to get in touch with the IES secretary. Through her, Sammy can get in touch with me if you can hear me, because that's my school. That's where I completed, and yeah, I would like to have interaction with Sammy as well, if you could permit me. But Sammy, please, you know how the courses are great. You know how it is. Level 100, you might think you can do it in level 200, but I'm telling you, as you go higher, it becomes complicated. And as we said, that 15 hours, Sammy, is too much for you. So, Sammy, please, if you can do 2 hours productive learning, that could be best. And don't procrastinate. Be productive and proactive, and you get through. So you get in touch with me through Sefako. When you meet the general secretary, you can ask that you want to get in touch with Agama or Isaac. Basically, when you say Isaac, she'll find it very difficult. So you call Agama, and then I think she will figure it out. Okay, so that is a basic advice, and we can also be talking back doors. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Hey, Sammy.
Hmm.
Anyway, I know when you get in touch with Isaac, he'll be able to help you out and then use his experience. And also, sometimes it's not just about people giving advice. You can give all the advice that you can. If the person is not taking it and using it, it becomes fruitless. So it's all how you
Yeah.
also apply yourself as well. But yeah, level 100, I remember in my own studies when I did politics, philosophy, and economics, I didn't have time to do a lot of the things that those that were doing one major could do. But those that thought they had time, when we got to level
Hmm.
200, you could see the frustration in their faces because it didn't get any easier and they had already messed up with the level 100. So now they had to play catch up till the end. So yeah, it's something that I would not advise. This is the time for you to, get the best grades that you can and build up on it. So starting with laziness is not going to help you. So please be careful. Don't be doing that. Okay, get in touch with Isaac. You're on LinkedIn. Look for Isaac on LinkedIn. Connect with him, and don't waste his time. If he's giving you his time, make sure you don't waste his time. Okay, Sammy, and to every other person listening in. So yeah, thank you very much. If you're still with us, and I can see people still with us. Thank you very much for listening in. I hope you've learned something, you've taken something from this conversation that we've had. If you want to listen into it again, please do connect with us on YouTube and subscribe, and you can get you can get access to previous conversations and future conversations that we will have. I think I've read through all the comments, but if there's any other questions before we wrap up, I think we've exhausted the 1 hour. So please do get in touch with myself or Isaac, and then we can try and see how best we can help you all. So Isaac, in few words, give us your dues. Yeah, what helped you and what you wish you had somebody would have told you, because I know you said you didn't have a mentor. So give that out. And then secondly, the don'ts. To wrap up our conversation for today. Thank you.
Very difficult one. Well, if someone had told me about top 100 schools and their grading system, I think I would have been much prepared, because coming in, I just saw everything very normal until I got C3 in one of the essays that I thought I had written. So that ignited more of consistency, being deliberate and proactive. So these are my do's: consistency, deliberate and intentional, and proactive. You don't procrastinate, because the more you procrastinate, the more you pile up pressure. These are the few things that I moved with whilst living in the UK. Also, you have to be punctual. Punctuality and regularity are part of my rules, because this place has taught me to respect time. So respect for time is also one of the rules that I have embraced and imbibed into me. So basically, these are my frameworks in terms of do's and don'ts.
Thank you very much. You see, the last thing that you said respect time. So those of you that I'm always, if I say this is the time and you don't show up and I'm not there, it's not me. It's just the culture I've grown up with. Time is time, and especially if you want to be overseas, it's not like Ghana where they can say, okay, let's meet at 2:33 or 4 there. So I don't know which time it is. They don't do that here. If it's 2 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock. If it's 2:30, it's 2:30. There's nothing like 2:33 or 4. Nothing like that. So punctuality, you have to start living with that, or you're going to struggle when you get here. And yes, you said something about if someone had prepared you for top 100. Again, you see the essays that we were saying, some essays, if you take it to another school, you probably be the top of the class. If you want to go to an Ivy League school, if you want to go to it won't do the trick for you. So always be ready to give your best. Again, it goes back to the essays that you're writing for all of these scholarships that you're looking for. If you don't give your best, you will bring the same sort of attitude towards your studies, and it won't help you. So again, enjoy the process. So thank you very much, Isaac, for your time and for sharing your journey with us. please do get in touch with Isaac. I'm sure he's willing, so far as you're willing. If you have any handles that you want to share with our listeners, please do. Isaac, please do share your handles with our listeners and what you're willing to offer your time for, with them or for them as well. That'll be
Okay, thank you very much. So basically, I assist people in securing scholarships, and then so when I get opportunities and when I see that you really align with it, based on your background, your experiences, and other things, then I mentor you. I read SOPs and other stuffs, and then with leadership opportunities too, I do a bit of mentorships on that. With my handle for Instagram, Prof. Agama Junior, Facebook Isaac Kweku Junior Mensah, LinkedIn Isaac Kweku Junior Mensah. I'm not active on X. I don't know why. I've been trying to force myself there, but they forced me out.
right. Thank you very much. So yeah, please do get in contact with Isaac again. Um, Sometimes a little bit of advice here and there, a little bit of support here and there goes a long way to help, especially those that have traveled the path. And Isaac has, and he's got the receipts for it. So thank you very much, Isaac, and we wish you all the best in your studies of what is left. Thank you for spending your evening with us today. Regina says, I have learned much. Thank you. Glad that you have, and thank you for staying with us till now. Again, we've exhausted the 1 hour time, but it was worth it. I have enjoyed the conversation, to be honest, and I think I've enjoyed it too much because this is the first in a while, and I had the best or the right person or the right guest to have it with. So thank you very much once again, Isaac. My name is Efwa. Again, if this is your first time meeting me, I do have these conversations every now and again. Next month, God willing, we will have another great guest on the show. Just check my page for more information. He's also a Commonwealth scholar. So if you're looking to apply for that, watch this space and then do not miss it. Again, we do this every month. This year, I'm going to get back to being consistent with our interviews. I share a lot of opportunities on my page on LinkedIn, so do follow for more, and DM me if you need any support. If I can't, I can try and get you in touch with the right people within my network. So yeah, and also follow AAA Foundation if you don't follow. I'm the team lead for AAA Foundation. We basically support a lot. We have a lot of initiative and projects for menstrual health to ICT and anything to do with community development and the SDG goals, but quality education is our topmost priority. If you're looking for a place to belong and also to learn in terms through volunteering, please do get in touch and follow our pages on LinkedIn. We're trying to raise funds, looking for 100 people to donate 100 Ghana cedis to for 28th of May, we're looking to donate reusable pads to 100 girls in Pomaze. So if you want to be part of it, please do get in touch with myself or go through our pages. 100 Ghana cedis to pad a girl for 2 years. I mean, that is a lot. That is a good work that your 100 Ghana cedis is going to do. So please follow our page and support our initiative. Do not forget to repost our flyers so that it reaches more people. So yeah, thank you very much. And again, my name is Efwa. It's been lovely spending our evenings with you and spending your evening with us. Again, we hope you've learned a lot from us. So thank you, Isaac, once again. And without wasting much more time, we bring our conversation to a close. So thank you. God bless you all. And apply the wisdom that has been shared today. Thank you and see you. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you.
Bye.